Live? Oh, is it not connecting? It's not connecting. Oh, now it is. Oh, now it is. Gee, okay. Hello, Jeddah. Wait, how many minutes of it has it been? Oh yes, hydrate, thank you. 5 or 7 minutes, oh come on. Okay, well, I just took a look. It says started 67 seconds ago. Oh come on! Are you gonna reread again? No way. No, that was such a struggle. I'm just gonna download the Twitch VOD and I'm just gonna upload it. That's what I used to do. But now me streaming to YouTube is just an easy way for me to save the VODs without actually using my computer. Without having to waste memory and space. It's just me being lazy. Thanks for the follow, Brennan Snake Court. I would say it's very smart. The only time I just didn't say, oh, can you see me, YouTube? Is the YouTube working? And the only time I say that is when it doesn't work. Wait, the only time when I don't say that is when it doesn't work. It's not right. Damn it, man. Yes, and yes, me and my scuff is what makes things entertaining, apparently. I do wonder if KV didn't say, I wonder how long it would take for me to realize. How long did it take you to make that VTuber model? I did not draw this model and I did not rig this model. The art itself took a few weeks. It was really fast. The rigging took around a year with me nagging and threatening refunds in the end. But it was sort of rushed within like 2 months. I think it was. I was streaming for 30 minutes, muted without realizing. Oh no! But yes, I did not make the model. Thank goodness we have the best mod in the world here. Yes, yes, KV, yes, yes. It's Catable! Hello! How are you? How are you? Got that espresso for the depresso. My espressos make me more depresso. I don't know, man. Maybe I should try drinking really sweet coffee again. Because I know sugar makes me happy. Hello, Salad. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Yo, Hottie Man, hello. I put like 20 scoops of sugar in that shit. No, you're KV's worst enemy. Should I put a chat thing here? Because it hate sweet drinks. I survive on sugar for my own mood. For the sake of my mood, I survive on sugar. Dislike sweet stuff. I have a major sweet tooth. It's actually pretty bad. I do occasionally need to control myself. Because if I were to eat things without thinking, man. Why? Because I'm ready to sweet. Oh, yes you are. And I think me saying that is gonna give some people, etc. KV. Wait, for example, KV goosebumps. Probably gonna get diabetes soon. Oh no. Try not to get diabetes because diabetes is really tough. Really tough. I've got my dad with diabetes and he's already been in hospital. And apparently I saved his life. And I've seen more than enough diabetic people. And it's tough. You really don't want to become diabetic. Yeah. Why do I need sugar when no amount of sugar can match the sweetness of your smile? Oh, Nami. Oh my god, that made me cringe a little bit. I'm sorry. And I'm gonna copy that and show it to people like I did early on. No, I mean my model family already know about you. Like even mum was like, who is this person with all the pickup lines? Who is this? No. But yeah, I'll warn if you don't want me to. Okay, let's continue. Down 4 thighs, as well as nose. Prove better than mine. I'm going to choke you and let you breathe just enough for you to not die until you get brain damage for lack of air for a long time. What? What the hell? Sudden violence. What is this? Feel free to share it. I got something for violence, and I got something for pickup lines. Violence. Down 4 thighs as well as nose proved better than mine, for it was likewise he who first noticed a queer aspect of the debris after we had passed many half-choked arches leading to chambers and corridors on the ground level. It did not look quite as it ought after countless thousands of years of desertion, and when we cautiously turned on more light, we saw that a kind of swath seemed to have been lately tracked through it. The irregular nature of the litter precluded any definite marks, but in the smoother places, there were suggestions of the dragging of heavy objects. Once we thought there was a hint of parallel tracks as if of runners, but this was what made us pause again. If I were to ask you on a date, would your answer be the same as your answer to this question? So would your answer be, I'm gonna choke you and let you breathe just enough for you to not die until you get brain damage from lack of air for a long time? Is that what it is? Hello, Hodimean. Damn. It was during that pause that we caught simultaneously this time the other odor ahead. Paradoxically, it was both a less frightful and more frightful odor. Less frightful intrinsically, but infinitely appalling in this place, other than under the known circumstances, unless of course Gedney, for the odor was a plain and familiar one of common petrol, everyday gasoline. Like to get choked? That phase. I like how expressive their emotes are. Excaliburs exposing themselves. I really like the emotes. I did look into their commissions, but they don't do emote commissions. He hates you. What did you do? What'd you do, man? Can we read My Little Pony? Why? Is it public domain? I'm joking. I rarely joke, and it's hard to tell through text. Question: when you said you show my stuff to people, what did you say? Say your mom also saw it? No. No. My parents and my family members don't know about this streaming thing, and a thing that I have said very early on, like ages ago, was if anyone in my family were to find out about my account, I'm quitting. I showed my VTube model family, so Luro, who we raided into at one point, and the other like people whose models were also drawn by Luro. Yeah. VTuber family. Because we have one father who's Luro, who's an artist, and he's also a rigger, but only recently, but his father. I call you Juna or Auntie. The reason for the Auntie was because I kind of started around the time where a lot of people were calling VTubers mommy and all that kind of stuff, and I wasn't very comfortable with the idea of being called mummy or someone's mum. I do not want children, and I did not ask for you guys to be my children. So if anything, I'm your aunt. It's a complicated family. It is a complicated family. Yeah, don't call me mum. Like, I think when I started, I didn't think much of it. I didn't expect to be a target for that. But after I revealed my model design, I realized that my model design people can easily call that mummy or whatever. Can I call you grandmother if you want? Dumpy! Dumpy is also another model sibling. He doesn't stream a lot now. Oh yeah, how was your flight? Mater? Sister? Sister? Why sister? I already have a brother. I don't need another sibling. I already have a younger brother, and I have a cousin who's sort of like a sibling as well. It's Dumpy! Means mother in Latin? Oh, come on! I still can't believe I call you Dumpy and I call Browning Brownie. I like the word father in Latin, pater. Pater. Ah. I had a short holiday back home, but now it's grinding work. Aye. I think for me, I'm lucky my real life job does not involve grinding, and it will never involve grinding. I am very lucky in that aspect. Because knowing me, I will not grind ever. Never, ever, ever. Sis. Do I act like a sister? I want to go to adulthood. I want to go back to school. I don't miss school. School was horrible. I think I didn't mind the studying and I didn't mind the lack of what's that word? Responsibility. But I did not enjoy school. I wake up at 5 a.m. and can catch your stream. Are you waking up this early for your work? Jeez! Oh wait, it's 5 a.m.? Oh my. Could be my sister since we're both from the AU. Oh. 5 a.m. Jeez. Getting ready. Oh man. Dang. I can't even get up at 5 a.m. I need to do that again. I used to. I would. And I need to get back to it. I like school because I was smart enough for the teachers to like, you don't do homework, damn, it's okay, you're good, man. You need some eggs and matcha. Ooh. Who wakes up at 5 a.m? Ask KV. Smart enough for teachers to be like, okay. For me, I don't know. I was that average student that didn't really exist. 5 a.m. Actually, I was sleep wonderful. Yeah, a lot of people here wake up at 5, or a lot of people here like cough cough. Gemini goes to bed at 5:30 or 6:30 a.m. Two types of people, yes. Two different types of people in this chat. A lot of them are not in my time zone. Most of you guys are not in my time zone. It doesn't make sense. People who wake up at 5 a.m, people who sleep at 5 a.m. Yeah. Wake up at 1 a.m. to drink coffee and feel a huge headache. I love the pain. You're masochist. I get 5.5 hours of sleep and then wake up at 5 or go work doing house restumping. Oh. Sleeping hardly or hardly sleeping. Find out next 5 a.m. No. I'm a hardly sleeping. And if possible, I will sleep for I'll stay in bed for as long as I can. Like I'll start work at 9 a.m. and you'll find me still in bed at 8:30. I had a co-worker call me and she was like, because we only have one driveway, and she needs to be behind me because she leaves earlier than me. And she called me at 8:30 and she was like, I don't know when you're gonna be here, but we may need to kind of figure out the car parking situation when I leave. You might need to pull out your car when I'm ready to leave. And I was like, yeah, I'm still in bed. I haven't gotten out of bed yet. Sleeping hardly, Hongshu are on that bed. I have trouble sleeping, so when I do sleep, I try to stay in bed for as long as I can. Honk Mimi or Honk Shu? What's the difference? What is the difference? The sounds? I don't know. How do you know what you sound like when you're sleeping? Wait. Am I too Gen Z? I know about Honk Mimi and Honk Shu, but I just don't. How do you know? What's Honk Mimi sound like? What is it? Like the Honk Shu makes sense, but I don't understand the Honk Mimi. I'm gonna Google this. Honk Mimi. Listen to construction sounds. What? Eee! I don't understand. Human honk me. The honk mimi mimi is so unrealistic sounding. I don't understand it. My sweet summer child, she's an unk? What's an unk? What's an unk? What is an unk? What is that? Define unk. The act of going out clubbing or dancing. Huh? University of North Carolina? Unk slang. Uncle. Are you calling me an uncle? Why am I an uncle? Oh, old. You're calling me old. Bro. Honestly, I don't understand the Gen Z humor. I don't understand. I really don't. I get some parts. I get the early bits. Like when early. Okay. So the Gen Z humors that I don't understand are the ones that sort of came after 2016, 2017. Kids these days call people who don't get the slang says unk. What the hell? Only brain what in my brain is coffee, bro. Technically we are Gen Z. Yeah, we are, but I don't understand any of the Gen Z humor from 2016 onwards because I wasn't on the internet. I wasn't on the internet much. I was on the internet a lot before that, but after that I wasn't really on social media. I was just watching shows. Struggling to keep up? Yeah, welcome to the club. What is ICL PMO and stuff? I don't know. Way too old to be Gen Z and can't keep up with the slang. Cool part of Gen Z, we're the weird millennial Gen Z group. Bro, you just finished school. I'm like 28 this year. Of course there's gonna be a generational difference, or whatever you call it. I live in the countryside, so I don't normally use my mobile. I just live on the internet, but I don't live in social media. I don't like people. Young Gen Z and Gen Alpha doesn't grow up with Slug Terror and running Cunningham. What? They aren't cool, huh? You're too old for many things. No! Gemini! Oh no. Okay, we shall continue the read. Let me drink some more. Ik Batowski, what? Our motivation after that is something I will leave to psychologists. We knew now that some terrible extension of the camp horrors must have crawled into this nighted burial place of the aeons, hence could not doubt any longer the existence of nameless conditions, present or at least recent, just ahead. Yet in the end we did let sheer burning curiosity or anxiety or auto-hypnotism or vague thoughts of responsibility towards Gedney or whatnot drive us on. Danforth whispered again of the prints he thought he had seen at the alley turning in the ruins above, and of the faint musical piping, potentially of tremendous significance in the light of Lake's dissection report, despite its close resemblance to the cave-mouth echoes of Windy Peaks, which he thought he had shortly afterward half heard from unknown depths below. I, in my turn, whispered of how the camp was left, of what had disappeared, and of how the madness of a lone survivor might have conceived the inconceivable. A wild trip across the monstrous mountains and a descent into the unknown primal masonry. But we could not convince each other or even ourselves of anything definite. We had turned off all light as we stood still and vaguely noticed that a trace of deeply filtered upper day kept the blackness from being absolute. Having automatically begun to move ahead, we guided ourselves by occasional flashes from our torch. The disturbed debris formed an impression we could not shake off, and the smell of gasoline grew stronger. More and more ruin met our eyes and hampered our feet, until very soon we saw that the forward way was about to seize. We had been all too correct in our pessimistic guess about that rift glimpsed from the air. Our tunnel quest was a blind one, and we were not even going to be able to reach the basement out of which the abyssward aperture opened. Hello, Akira. Don't worry about it, bro. It's saying I can't access my Twitch account. No, that's okay. That's okay. I'll go now. I had some water monitor to find. Okay. Hello. The torch flashing over the grotesquely carved walls of the block corridor in which we stood showed several doorways in various states of obstruction, and from one of them the gasoline odor, quite submerging that other hint of color, came with especially distinctness. As we looked more steadily, we saw that beyond a doubt there had been a slight and recent clearing away from debris from that particular opening. Whatever the lurking horror might be, we believed the direct avenue towards it was now plainly manifest. I do not think anyone will wonder that we waited an appreciable time before making any further motion. And yet, when we did venture inside that black arch, our first impression was one of anticlimax. For amidst the glittered expanse of that sculptured crypt, a perfect cube with sides of about 20 feet, there remained no recent object of instantly discernible size, so that we looked instinctively, though in vain, for a farther doorway. In another moment, however, Danforth's sharp vision had descried a place where the floor debris had been disturbed, and we turned on both torches full strength, though what we saw in that light was actually simple and trifling. I am none the less reluctant to tell of it because of what it implied. It was a rough leveling of the debris, upon which several small objects lay carelessly scattered, and at one corner of which a considerable amount of gasoline must have been spilled lately enough to leave a strong odor, even at this extreme super plateau altitude. In other words, it could not be other than a sort of camp. A camp made by questing beings who, like us, have been turned back by the unexpectedly choked away to the abyss. Let me be plain. The scattered objects were, so far as substance was concerned, all from Lake's camp, and consisted of tin cans as queerly open as those we had seen at the ravaged place, many spent matches, 3 illustrator books more or less curiously smudged, an empty ink bottle with its pictorial and instructional carton, a broken fountain pen, some oddly snipped fragments of fur and tent cloth, a used electric battery with circular of directions, a folder that came with a type of tent heater, and a sprinkling of crumpled papers. It was bad enough it was all bad enough, but when we smoothed out the papers and looked at what was on them, we felt we had come to the worst. We had found certain inexplicably blotted papers at the camp, which might have prepared us. Yet the effect of the sight down there in the pre-human vaults of a nightmare city was almost too much to bear. A mad Gedney might have made the groups of dots an imitation of those found in the greenish soapstones, just as the dots on those insane five-pointed grave mounds might have been made. And he might conceivably have prepared rough, hasty sketches, varying in their accuracy or lack of it, which outline the neighboring parts of the city and trace away from a circularly represented place outside our previous route. A place we identified as a great cylindrical tower in the carvings and as a vast circular gulf glimpsed in our aerial survey, with the present five-pointed structure and the tunnel mouth therein. He might, I repeat, have prepared such sketches, for those before us were quite obviously compiled, as our own had been, from late sculptures somewhere in the glacial labyrinth, though not from the ones which we had seen and used. But what the art-blind bungler could never have done was to execute those sketches in a strange and assured technique, perhaps superior, despite haste and carelessness, to any of the decadent carvings from which they were taken. The characteristic and unmistakable technique of the old ones themselves, the dead city's heyday. There are those who will say Danforth and I were utterly mad not to flee for our lives after that. Since our conclusions were now, notwithstanding their wildness, completely fixed, and of a nature I need not even mention to those who have read my account as far as this. Perhaps we were mad, or have I not said those horrible peaks were mountains of madness? But I think I can detect something in this same spirit, albeit in a less extreme form, in the men who stalk deadly beasts through the African jungles to photograph them or study their habits. Half paralyzed with terror though we were, there was nevertheless found within us a blazing flame of awe and curiosity which triumphed in the end. Least interesting of all, it's very descriptive. I feel like it's mostly descriptions of what they saw on the wall and everything. There's less action to it, is what I realized. Of course, we did not mean to face that or those which we knew had been there, but we felt that they must be gone by now. They would by this time have found the other neighboring entrance to the abyss and have passed within, to whatever night-black fragments of the past might await them in the ultimate gulf. The ultimate gulf they had never seen. Or if that entrance too was blocked, they would have gone on to the north seeking another. They were, we remembered, partly independent of light. Looking back to the moment, I can scarcely recall just what precise form our new emotions took, just what change of immediate objective it was that so sharpened our sense of expectancy. We certainly did not mean to face what we feared, yet I will not deny that we may have had a lurking, unconscious wish to spy certain things from hidden vantage point. Probably we had not given up our zeal to glimpse the abyss itself, though there was interposed a small goal in the form of that great circular place shown in the crumpled sketches we had found. We had at once recognized it as a monstrous cylindrical tower figuring in the very earliest carvings, but appearing only as a prodigious round aperture from above. Something about the impressiveness of its rendering, even in these hasty diagrams, made us think that its subglacial levels must still form a feature of peculiar importance. Perhaps it embodied the architectural marvels as yet unencountered by us. It was certainly of incredible age according to the sculptures in which it figured, being indeed among the first things built in the city. Its carvings, if preserved, could not but be highly significant. Moreover, it might form a good present link with the upper world, a shorter route than the one we were so carefully blazing, and probably that by which those others had descended. He first came in the middle of chapter 4. I think stories and books in general are just hard to follow, especially if you join halfway through. Oh.
That should work right. I don't know what you're talking about, Space Ghost. Go ahead,
Maybe I shouldn't re-upload this. I can't be bothered. And it'll be put on a separate thing. I think it's difficult to. I don't think it's difficult to follow. It's just that nothing is happening. Yeah. Never really read other genre books outside semi-autobiography and philosophy books. Ah. I read more. I'm a more fictional fantasy person. I'd rather not be faced with real life problems.
How's it going, man?
When I read books, when I watch shows, I just don't want to think about real life. And so that's why I don't really watch shows that talk about real life, that makes you think about real life. I think the only sci-fi fantasy book I've read is Infamous, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I don't know that. With brain-eating interdimensional demons, we can use them even if it's just a couple times. There aren't even any jokes. Brain-eating interdimensional demons. What? I have no mouth, I must scream. Oh. I'm so eepy. I don't know if I'll be able to finish, you know. That head of things. That head of things? I got so used to going to bed or getting ready for bed at 8 o'clock. And now coming back into streaming is just like, oh my god, oh. Basically, alien came to Earth, killed every human except for 5 people. Oh. It's okay, it was okay. What is okay? I'm so tired, I'm just zoning out right now. Ooh. They torture the 5 people for entertainment and they can't die, and every time they try to unalive themselves, the alien just pulls the knife away. And I think that's a torture in itself as well. Pretty fun and heartwarming story. Sounds like it. Yeah, sounds like it. I think we need to redefine what fun and heartwarming means. You're already old. Sleep is important. You don't have to finish the book today. Oh, why are you calling me old? Like, this isn't even one chapter yet. I think I just got used to going to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock. Or getting ready. Like, I'll be in bed, but I wouldn't sleep till 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. What do you mean, WTF? What do you mean, WTF? Once I lay my body on my bed, I'll be. It takes a few hours for me to fall asleep. Yeah, a few hours. And I'm a light sleeper, so like the slightest sound will get me awake. Not really fully awake, but may probably pull me out of deep sleep. So I don't really spend a lot of time in deep sleep. You're good? Yeah? I've always been like this. That's why I was that kid in school that would sleep in class. I'll be sleeping in class because it's easier to sleep when the sun's up than when the sun's down. And also I wouldn't be sleeping at home. Don't even ask me how I got through school. Because knowing my sleep schedule and my health and my physical and mental health, man, I should not have gotten to where I am today. Everything I do all in my mind is going to sleep, and sometimes I did a sleep study. I've mentioned this a few times already. I did a sleep study. What is wrong with me today? I did a sleep study because I thought I had sleep apnea. Because I was catching myself waking up multiple times throughout the day. I don't have sleep apnea, but I wake up like... Wait, let me check. It's in my email somewhere. Let me find it. Sleep study? Yeah, they sent me my results to my email. Have I been single for far too long? No, I don't know, man. I've never been in a relationship. Okay, they said overnight diagnostic sleep studies showed fragmented sleep architecture with low sleep efficiency. Sleep latency was long. Decreased quantities of REM were observed, and sleep was predominantly observed in supine position. Average heart rate of 55 beats per minute. And with sleep, there's apparently 3 stages and the REM. I spent 34 minutes in my REM I woke up 34 times. So it's around 8 times an hour. Recording time was 10 hours. Thanks for follow, Uncle Funko. Recording time was 34 times. So 8 times per hour. Because I was in bed for, what is this? Recording time was 10 hours. I'm in bed 301.5 minutes. So that would be 5 hours. Right? No. Yes. Sleep latency 194. So it took me 194 minutes to fall asleep. Wait, let me just that's 5 hours time in bed. Sleep latency is 194, so that's around 3 hours. REM latency, so it took around 172 minutes for me to reach REM. Total sleep time 269.5 minutes, which would be, what is that? 269 minutes to hour. 4 hours, 4.5 hours ish of sleep, total sleep. Wake after sleep onset was 32 minutes. So took 32 minutes for me to wake up again. I find these things that measure sleep overwhelming. I don't like to know the details. I just go to bed and that's it. For me, I go to bed and I struggle. That's the problem. Sleepwalking, dang. I spend most of my time on my back sleeping. I'm a back sleeper. But yeah, the biggest one is me spending 34 minutes in REM and waking up 34 times. And my resting heart rate? No. My mum told me multiple times that sometimes I sleep talking my sleep and it creeps her out. My mum would say that means it's too much heat. Minimum heart rate 47 beats per minute. Maximum 95. Average 55. My heart rate's quite low. Well, a low average. But yeah, that's my sleep report. Love to do a study on your body because what is that heart rate, my guy? It's genetic. What do you mean, what is that heart rate? It's genetic. $55. 55 average, minimum 47, maximum 95. When it hit 95, I think it was when I probably snored and scared myself awake and it went up to 95 just for a few seconds and went back down. Like when I was sleeping, it would be in the 50s, like mid 50s look like, maybe low 50s. But when I'm awake, it looks like I was sort of sitting around high 50s, around 60s. It's genetic. My mum, my maternal grandfather all had low heart rates and low blood pressure. And there's me as well with the low blood pressure. The times when people have conversations with a sleeping version of myself, they even ask me to do things that I do. And then I go back to sleep since I never remember any of it. We call zombie, KB zombie. No, you turn zombie. This is you sleepwalking, huh? Noise cancelling earbuds? Oh, I don't. I just suck it up. I just took a nap. The reason why I said 9 to 12, chapters 9 to 12 today is because the last few chapters are a little bit shorter. At any rate, the thing we did was to study the terrible sketches, which quite perfectly confirmed our own, and start back over the indicated course to the circular place, the course which our nameless predecessors must have traversed twice before us. Although the neighbouring gate to the abyss would lie beyond that, I need not speak of a journey during which we continued to leave an economical trail of paper. For it was precisely the same in kind as that by which we had reached the cul-de-sac, except that it tended to adhere more closely to the ground level and even descend to basement corridors. Every now and then we could trace certain disturbing marks in the debris or litter underfoot, and after we had passed outside the radius of the gasoline scent, we were again faintly conscious, but spasmodically, of that more hideous and more persistent scent. After the way had branched out from our former course, we sometimes gave the rays of our single torch a furtive sweep along the walls, noting in almost every case the well-nigh omnipresent sculptures, which indeed seemed to have formed a main aesthetic outlet for the old ones. I want to record myself sleep to hear what type of stuff I yap while I sleep. That would be interesting. I think there are apps that would record use snoring. It would record movement, and it would also record talks, but I'm pretty sure you have to pay to hear what's recorded. Like one of those pay to something apps. Pay to use apps. Do it my way. Yeah, just get a recorder or something out. I used to get night terrors. And my mum would feed me, go out to the back or go out to the streets and pick up these weeds. I forgot what they're called, but like a herbal medicine thing, but they're also weeds. And she'll pick them and brew it into like a tea and force me to drink it. And apparently helped with my nightmares. Took a while, but it apparently helped. I don't know if it's because it helped or if I just grew out of it. I can imagine me saying stuff like honk mimi, honk shua, sleep on that thing. What? I have a lot of problems and trouble with sleep, okay? I think it's pretty obvious. I get so tired all the time, but once I lay in bed, I'm good. I wake up, I'm just all of a sudden just awake. Night terrors. I used to get really bad nightmares, but I would forget about them pretty quickly as soon as I wake up. Like I wouldn't remember what I was screaming and crying about. I would just be screaming and crying and just going with the flow and just continue to scream and cry, and then I get in trouble. Because I wouldn't stop. Yeah, I will wake up screaming, crying. Yeah. Google would say sleep terrors are times of screaming or crying, intense fear, and sometimes waving arms and legs when not fully awake. Often paired with sleepwalking. Thumbs up, okay. But yes, that's me and sleep. That's why I'm just not good at sleeping, okay? Feelings of panic or dread. And it's usually with kids. It's quite common with kids. When they get very agitated while in a state of deep sleep. Intense episodes of fear or terror during sleep. often accompanied by screaming or flailing. Hardly dream. I don't remember my dreams. Most of the time I dream of the future. I don't even know what I dream about. I know in the past my dreams were mostly fantasy. And I think after one point in time, a lot of my dreams started to involve death. Which is kind of scary for like a 10, 11-year-old. A good portion of my childhood and adolescence, afraid of the dark, fond memories of lying awake in fear until basically fell asleep from exhaustion. When I sleep, I need the windows open. I need to see the moonlight. I need to have the natural light from night. Natural light from night. I can't deal with the artificial light indoors. I can dream stuff that happen in future. Or like 2-3 years later happens. I'm like, oh god, I saw this in my dreams years ago. Oh, the deja vu situation. Yeah. I get those occasions as well. Like I would consider or sort of decide if I should make a certain decision. And then I'll think about it and I realize, this is familiar. I need to sleep in pure darkness. I need the natural light. Now I can see why I'm so pale. I used to be so pale because I wouldn't go outside. And now I'm not so pale, not as pale as before, because I got too lazy to put on sunscreen. Yeah. I should start putting on sunscreen again. I should start taking care of myself again. But it's hard to get back into it. Because it's such a chore. Taking care of yourself. Hannah's vampire. Vampire. But yeah, looking at my sleep thing is crazy. My brother sleeps since I'm a professional volleyball player during school. Oh. Sleeps all wrapped up like a caterpillar of a theory that he's a psychopath. How the hell does he breathe? I need pressure and weight as well when I sleep. I would turn myself into a burrito. Or what I would do, depending on how I feel, like for me it's like if it feels like there's too much space or something, I need to put pressure on it. I already have a weighted blanket, but what I would sometimes do, I'll get one leg out and squish on top of the other leg with the blanket in between, and I need to put enough pressure. Yeah, I have a 7-kilogram blanket. I have my normal blanket and I have my 7-kilogram one on top. And that helps me so much. And I cannot sleep without it. What's the 6 kilos? Same, it's a heavy one. Got beads inside it. I got it from Aldi. Struggle to wash. Yeah, the beaded ones, you don't wash the blanket, you wash the cover, but you don't wash the blanket. I don't think. Doesn't even show his face. We could even mistake him for a pillow. That's how we lost our brother once. He was in bed underneath all the blankets and pillows, and we actually lost him. We couldn't find him, and we checked his bedroom and we didn't see him. But he was just there. He was sleeping when we were just running around the house trying to find him. He was young. He was young. Sometimes you just need it, you know. I'm gonna fall asleep on my mic. Please ignore my mistake again. I'm gonna fall asleep on my mic, oh my goodness. happened today that made me so tired? I might have to finish the book another day. I want to at least finish this chapter though. I wonder if I'll ever have a stream where I do actually fall asleep on stream. On stream, you know. I did have one where I just basically brought my mic to my bed. I was just laying down in bed talking to the mic. So that was fun. But I can't do that now because I don't have a bed in my room. In my computer room. One day I wanna live in a studio apartment. It seems so convenient. Right now I have 2 bedrooms. One for my computer, which is a big one, but it has a plug thing for my cable. And the other one's my bedroom, which is smaller. Bring your bed to your room. I can't. It's too heavy. I might need to get a second bed, but I don't know what to do with the second bed after I move. Might have to sell it. I don't want to. I don't want to buy a bed. It's just too much money. I can get an inflatable mattress, but it won't be very comfy. Okay. Oh yeah, the other thing I was thinking, if I want to do a cooking stream, I want to do one where I start off doing the things I need to do, and then afterwards I get you guys to give me your recipes, and I will pick one recipe and I'll try it. That was an idea. So that way it's easy for me to make a weekly thing. But do keep in mind that I might occasionally need to tweak a few ingredients. Just as depending on what's available in my area and depending on what I can. Well, yeah. That was an idea I had, but I still need to figure out my microphone, because I can't exactly bring my microphone to the kitchen. So I might have to use my headset microphone, which will be a little bit bad. So I need to figure out filters and everything. Vegemite? I don't have Vegemite here. I can get Vegemite, but I don't have Vegemite in my kitchen. One day I'll also want to make legit pickles. Because right now the only pickles I know how to make are the ones with vinegar. No, I'll actually follow the recipe with some tweaks in ingredients depending on what's available and depending on what I can eat. Because I can't eat a lot of milk products. Recipes or baking recipes. Something that doesn't involve oven, because I have an oven but I don't want to use it because I don't know what's been in it. And I don't want to clean it. I don't want to clean it. So I haven't touched it. I definitely can get a mini oven, but again, waste of money. There's something that doesn't involve an oven. Yeah. But again, I'm not gonna ask for any of it until I kind of get the setup and everything settled. Oh yeah, I already bought a horse onesie and a tutu. Macaron recipe? Oh, no way I'm gonna make macarons. Anything we cook at home that isn't the usual one around the world is arepas. Only ingredient is corn flour. What is that? I make box cakes, okay? I don't really make anything else. Flatbread made of ground maize, dough stuffed with a filling, eaten in northern parts of South America. Oh, it's like a little bun or whatever that thing is called. I forgot what it's called. Pita. Maybe it's not pita. It kind of looks like pancakes. Arias? Pita. Pita. It's basically pita. Flatbread. Looks interesting. But yeah, that was my idea with the cooking thing. Because it would be boring if I were to just do my usual thing every single week. Yeah. I also don't like carrots, but I forced myself to eat carrots. So now I have pickled carrots. Not the normal pickle carrots, but vinegar pickle carrots. It's just soaking vinegar right now. So hopefully the taste of carrot isn't as obvious when I get to eat it. Cooking or will you be cooked? Find out on cooking stream. Oh yeah. The title will be cooking, like cook or cooked. I like sour stuff. I like vinegar. I like vinegar. I should go get my cucumbers, huh? I have a bunch of cucumbers soaked in will I be cooking or will I be cooked? Will I be a cook or will I be cooked? Cook or cooked? Cooking or cooked? I'm so tempted to go get my cucumbers and just eat it in front of a mic. Let's switch to stay away from pickles this time. I'm gonna switch to just chatting. I'm gonna change the title. Too tired to read off loopy books. And I'm gonna change my title to thanks for the follow, Moko. Moko does Destiny. Just yapping. Your favorite genre? Yes, to cook or not to cook? That is a question. Let me move to just chatting. Oh, that thing's still there. Let me I want to get my cucumbers all. You just like pickle stuffed? I've never tasted stuffed pickle, so have you eaten any fruits or vegetables, like fresh fruits and veggies not pickled or something? Yes. I always have either apples or bananas. I have tofu. That's not fruit or veggie, is it? I have coriander in the freezer. I also have green onions in the freezer, chopped. I probably should eat more, huh? Can I get my cucumbers? I'm gonna go get my cucumbers. Why are you still sick then? What do you mean? Did you think I'm still sick because I eat bad? I do eat bad. I'm gonna go get it. I also have a big salad. It's got fresh cucumbers and it's got capsicums in it, and it's got, oh, I forgot about my tomatoes. I was supposed to buy tomatoes. Sound like you have enough vitamins? I don't. Probably not. I only eat fresh fruit. Is that weird? What do you mean? Of course not. Oh, guess what I also have? Yakult? Well, no, not a Yakult, but like a dupe version. Audi. Called Biocult. It's like yogurt drink. Or the probiotics. Now, how do I get this open? Yeah. Yeah. Ow. I can't get it open. Oh, got it. I eat a lot of yogurt. A lot of my fruits are frozen though. Tech? Like intolerant? Yeah, but how do I get my probiotics? Also, I do eat Greek yogurt, and I think Greek yogurt's a little bit easy on the stomach. Yeah, just tolerate it. I'm just here eating cucumbers. Sour cucumbers. You can convince me you're an actual horse. Convince you of what? Never seen anybody eat any cucumber? Really? I used to just when I used to watch TV and snack, I used to eat like whole cucumbers. Cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, sometimes just huge ass tomatoes. My immune system still stocked back then. As snacks, yes. I just eat them. And tomatoes as snacks as well. It sounds so unhealthy compared to you. No, the thing is, I have no self-control. That's my problem. I eat as many junk food as I do healthy food, if not more. And when I say I have no self-control, what I mean is if I like it, I sometimes will eat a whole packet instead of controlling myself and just eating one. I would just eat the whole thing until I get sick of it. You're the most unhealthy healthy person I know. I don't know. I don't know what I am. I'm apparently relatively healthy according to Western standards, but according to Asian standards, I'm not healthy at all. It's easy to have self-control when you're broke like me. No. Nobody's healthy based on Asian standards except for grandmas. That's true. My grandma's not healthy though. According to Western standards, I'm an okay size, but according to Asian standards, I should be half my size. Everything's so wonky-tated. Everything's so unbalanced. No one is consistent. There's no consistent there's no consistent like not style, but criteria on what's considered healthy. During your open house, yeah. My friend's mum, Bob. Hello. Arumi fries. Friend's mum also came and she was talking with my mum. She was shocked to learn my mum was 62. You look 30. Some people take really good care of themselves. But again, right, Asian standards and Western standards so different. Asians age differently. I think I'm gonna age like a Caucasian person though, considering how I take care of myself. Yeah. I look like a middle schooler. I look like a sleep-deprived teenager. Not teenager, I look like a sleep-deprived uni student. Yeah. I look like a sleep-deprived uni student all the time. You can see it in my eyes. I got ID checked when I go to concerts. Yeah, bro, I got ID checked when I went bought alcohol. And then I was just staring at them, and then they're like, "It's compliments." I was like, "Okay, okay." Unfortunately, no. I give it. If you look at my eyes, in that one VOD of mine, I look so dead and so sick of the world. Still not old enough for alcohol, dang. Try to buy it once I'm old enough. But yeah, like if you look at my eyes, I look so tired. I don't drink. I just want to buy, buy just for the experience. Next time I might not use as much vinegar. Kinda hurts to eat. I am aware that recently I've been struggling to take care of myself physically. I am trying. I just don't have the motivation. When I was in high school, I was invited to go to an elementary school for an event. One of the elementary school teachers mistook me for the student, so I'm just like, oh. She beat me for no reason. Wait, she beat you? Huh? What the hell? I don't think I would ever go back to my schools because I thought I was an elementary kid. Bruh. What did you do that made her beat you? Yeah, did you hit her back? You're playing with water? Why? I realized the background music has been going, so VOD people will have a mess. Will have a mess of a thing. No, I was looking at her with a judging face like, huh? Who are you? Why were you playing with water? Were you making a mess or something? I'm just trying to find reason for why she would randomly beat you. You're making a mess? Okay, that's probably why. Mine's different water. We'll try up later. So you look so young. I thought you were one of our school kids. Were you just as tall as them? Are you short as a school kid? Oh god, it's loud. Are you as short as an elementary school kid? Just also shocked to hear my very manly voice. Oh yeah, because you look a little bit more feminine, don't you? I've been tall ever since elementary school. Ah. Got baited like twice. Do you, in terms of dressing, like outfits and everything, do you tend to lean more into the female styles? You're tall but you're small. Ah, okay. Just wear comfortable stuff, so anything. I kid you not, skirts are the best. Are they? I don't like skirts or dresses. For me, they're very uncomfortable. I think for me, same with my blankets, I need something that applies some sort of pressure. Like baggy stuff. I like baggy stuff too, but skirts and dresses are not it for me. They're so uncomfortable for me. I don't know about women. Me? I think it's just me. But with skirts, it feels like an air conditioner for my joystick. That's funny. That's a funny way to describe it, okay? For me, it just feels like there's not enough security. More about security. Most of the time, even with suits, people still mistook me for female because of hair. Oh, you keep it long. Feels so spacious. The hair or your joystick or the skirt thing. I don't like it. Haven't seen my face, yeah. The reason why I'm not comfortable with skirts and dresses is because I have been pushed down. So I think for me it was just too much for me, and I haven't been comfortable in them since, even though it was when I was what, 7 or 8 years old. It was a long time ago, but I'm still not comfortable with it. And I think over time it just became a habit. Like, you know how you wear something for a while, like you wear jeans for a while, it just becomes more comfortable wearing jeans. But yeah, that's why I don't like skirts and dresses. Maintaining that length of hair since a while. Oh, I can't. My hair needs to be a certain length and shorter. Otherwise, my hair will start falling out a lot, and I'm gonna lose my hair. I'm gonna go bald. My hair's really thin and my scalp's kind of weak. Apparently, I have a lot of hair, but they're just really thin. And also the fact that my hair is always tied up because, again, I like the weight and I like the pressure. I'm also balding. My forehead's getting bigger. I am, but that's why at home it's usually in a loose tie, like a scrunchie or something. Tied up multiple times, yeah. But no, I sort of get the general gist. Keep my hair long, but I also have a beard, and I'm old. Beard, hair, long hair, you can be Santa. There's so many old people I see here with grey hair, grey beards, and I look at them and I think, Santa. You can definitely be Santa when you're older. You wear wigs. I mean, valid. Some hairs just look very healthy. Some hairs just look healthy, okay? To the point where it looks like wigs. Low porosity? I don't know what mine is. I know there's a test for it, but I don't know what mine is. I don't have grey hair yet, although that is changing slowly. I do! I've been getting grey hair since I was 11. I don't know what my porosity is. It makes you wonder, like, what the hell have I been through as a child to make me grow gray hair since I was 11? It's all like, it's I don't have a lot of gray hair, but there's just always been there. Gojo in real life? Ugh. I got them as 11-year-old kid. People be pulling him out. Actually, no, 10. 10 or 11. And people be pulling them out and everything. Grey hair is great, but going bald is serious concern. You know what? Shave your hair bald before you go bald. But from my understanding, there are also these serums that you can use for balding hair as well. Good to be on them early. My dad shaves his hair and says, instead of waiting to be bald, I'm just gonna make myself bald. I would cry if I ever experienced baldness. I feel like you take pretty good care of yourself. But does baldness run in the family? Thanks for the follow, Sira Seri. Bit hairy. My family's not. I'm gonna put things in the sink. Hang on. Oh wait, it's Sir Racer. Hello. My dad, he has to shave his beard every day, and even when he shaved, when he wakes up, nothing changed, and he's pushing 70. My brother's 3 years younger than me, and he shaves once every few weeks. He barely even has a stubble by then. I have a friend who would shave in the morning, early morning, so he will wake up at what, 6, 7, shave, and then by the 9 o'clock lecture, I can just rub his chin, and you feel that stubble. Yeah, every few weeks. Yeah, every few weeks. He's lazy, but yeah, by the time he would shave again, you see that little, you know, the creepy stash? Like barely there creepy stash. He is the definition of creepy stash. You're the older sister, oh poor boy. What do you mean? What do you mean? He benefited from this, okay? He benefited a lot from this. I was the one that helped him choose his uni degree. I was the one that helped him go through the whole application process. I was the one that figured out the whole schooling thing because my parents didn't speak English. Oh yeah, I forgot I need to throw something in the bin. Throw things in the bin. I chose it because he didn't know what to do. didn't know what he wanted to do. And he was stuck. So I was like, okay, do a double degree, do this and this, and then you can decide later on. And he did. By his 4th year, he figured out what he wanted to do. So he dropped the other one. So he started off as a double degree and ended up graduating with 1. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he gets paid more than me. Which is kind of not unfair. No, wait, it was by his 3rd year, actually. He decided, he found out what he needed to, he found what he wanted to do. It took a while, but he got there. Lamau. 3rd year? Yeah. Most uni degrees are 3 years. But him being double degree, I think his was around 5 years. A reminder. I also have degree, okay? My degree was 5 years, including a master's. Yeah, I'm old considering that it's been a while since I graduated. Yes, I have a master's. It came with my degree. It came with it. It was a bachelor's in the beginning, and then halfway through, it was like, they were like, you know what? We're just gonna change it. We're gonna change it into a double degree bachelor's and then a master's. No, wait, they changed it from double degree bachelor's into a 1 degree bachelor. Wait, yeah, single bachelor and a master's. Masters? I'm not gonna say what my master was in, but it's related to eye health. I'm the youngest at home. I learned quickly that my older siblings are unreliable. Bro, I am way too reliable. I am very reliable. Yes, Nami. I find it hilarious that everyone gets so shocked. Do I really seem like... What sort of image do I have? What image do I have? What did you click onto? I have no idea, man. I don't know what's going on. Need your bro's testimony? Huh? The moment he finds out, well, my Twitch channel, I'm quitting. You're the last person? Really? Really? What sort of personality or what sort of vibes do I have that makes me so unreliable? Ever tried meth? No. Have you? You barely sleep? Okay, think about it this way. I barely sleep and I still got into a degree that requires you to be the top 2%. How can my eyesight be good? Oh bro, I don't even wear glasses. Oh, I do have reading glasses, but I can see better than 20/20. Okay, and also think about this, but a lot of the smart people, a lot of the studious people wear glasses. I'm that kid that fell asleep in class and fell asleep during my exams. Why light a pants on fire? How am I supposed to prove myself? You wear glasses? I have reading glasses, but that's it. I'm long-sighted. My prescription's around a plus 1.25 for reading, and for far away it's around a plus 0.75, 0.5. You have trouble see for far? I have no trouble with my vision, but when I read and do up close stuff, I get headaches and strain. and lose focus. Granny glasses? No! Granny! At least I still can see up close though. It just helps me with my headaches. And usually the days where I can read a little bit easier for the reading streams, they're the days I have my glasses on. The design look beautiful, thank you. The artist is cracked. My eye is bipolar, I can barely see, but with my glasses I can detect the most obscure details so fast. That's a good thing. That means your glasses are good. Without tying out. Bro got built-in zoom. Yeah. Built-in zoom. Oh, pretty. Bro, your hair's longer than mine. I have to keep mine around armpit length. If it's any longer than it has been in the past, if it's any longer than armpit length, I start shedding like crazy. Yeah, I start shedding because I have really thin hair and my scalp isn't very strong. It's kind of weak. So once it gets longer and heavier, it just starts falling. Mine has been waist length as well, and that's usually the period where I have the least amount of hair. Hair detail is phenomenal, thank you. The artist is crazy. Hello, Arctic SRC. Dude, I'm jealous. I'm jealous of anyone who has thick hair. I don't know what porosity mine is, but I'm jealous. Thick hair is a struggle sometimes, but thick hair means you don't look bold. Without my glasses back, then I was struggling with classes. You're reading Lovecraft? I was, and then I got too tired. So I'm gonna continue this next week. Without my glasses back, then I was struggling with classes. Now I can read like 3 times faster. I have tendencies to read in one go and process in a few seconds delay because my brain can't keep up with it. I used to read. I used to really read. Now I just struggle. I don't know what's going on half the time. And that is why I am a healthcare professional. I am so out of it. Yeah, I agree. I should not. I should not be a healthcare person. But I unfortunately am. And I am the type that will worry and will call you if I ever send you to hospital. Which is what I'm doing right now. I sent someone to hospital on Friday and I called them today and they didn't pick up. Their wife came in. And they're like, yeah, they don't know what's wrong with him. He's still in hospital. And I'm just like, damn. I'm gonna call him again like tomorrow or on Wednesday. You know? Just to, like, until we figure out what's going on. Thanks for the follow, Arctic. Until we figure out what's going on. I barely survived, yeah. I was barely awake in high school. And I was that kid who would fall asleep during the most important exams. And I would somehow get through it. And make it to the top. What was I? My degree requires you to be the top 2%. But it wasn't the case for me. I think I was in top 5%. You're the type of person who would say you shouldn't stay awake at 8 hours and you send it at even later hours. Yes. You'll find some of the message I send people and they'll reply to me and I'm just like, why are you up? Why are you awake? Why are you up? And it will be at 3 a.m. in the morning. So yes, that's me. That's a me. That's a me. Also, you can't blame me for being sick, okay? It might actually just be allergies. Even still got the coughs, yes. Yes. It's week 5. By Friday, it will be actually week 5. Even, is it really unrealistic or is it really that surprising that I work in healthcare? I'm a devil I like to send. If you hear someone knocking at your window tonight, hide ASAP to my friend with no context before I sleep. Wake up in total chaos. What I do? I don't even know what I do. I spend a lot of time alone. I don't really say much to my friends. I mean, how are you? Oh, I'm surprised you work in healthcare. Yeah. Wait, what do you mean how I am? Like, I am surprised I even got this far, considering that I would spend most of my time sleeping in the most important tests and barely studying. Well, I do study, I try, but I don't know what I'm reading half the time. I somehow make it. I will never forget this, but me sleeping in chemistry? Never. Me taking a 10-minute nap? Never. Coughing for 5 weeks, yeah. Surprised you even have an actual work with that kind of sleep schedule. I sleep normal. What do you mean sleep schedule? I sleep normal. I sleep better than some of you guys, okay? I just have trouble falling asleep. I have poor sleep hygiene. Not sleep hygiene, but just bad sleep quality, and that's out of my control. Yeah, but I go to bed early. That counts for something. Go to bed. If I were to go to bed at 2 a.m., I will be dead. But if I were to go to bed at 9 p.m. and fall asleep at 2 p.m., 9 p.m. and fall asleep at 2 a.m. is not that bad. I think for me, just lying down and actually having physical rest is what helps. I go to bed at 9:55, fall asleep at 9:56. No. What I mean is I have poor sleep quality. Okay? I have poor sleep quality, which means in order to compensate for that, I go to bed at 9 p.m. And when I'm in bed, I'm resting, I'm physically resting. And that is still rest. I can easily, back in high school, I will literally be in bed the whole night and not have a single ounce of sleep, not have a single minute of sleep, and I'll still be relatively well rested ish. Gotta get off the TikTok before bed. I am on YouTube again. I'm on YouTube again. No. What I do is I sometimes watch VODs or watch long gaming videos, and that helps me sleep. It gives me something to focus on and helps me and eventually it will help me feel tired, if that makes any sense. Recently I've been watching a lot of Resident Evil. I know I'm horrible at the gameplay, but I'm fine watching. I am fine watching it, okay? Okay, now I want to go dinner and sleep soon. Okay, yeah, okay. That's why you gotta play it and not watch it. I'm perfectly happy watching it, okay? I got accepted as practical teacher in training. Ooh, congratulations! What does that mean? What does that mean? How much to make you play it? I didn't even finish whatever I played last time. It's not worth it. It's not worth my physical and mental health. I got to the point where I was actually dreading streaming. I feel so great because I assigned my students triple amount of homework and tomorrow I'm not even gonna check it. The best teacher! Best teacher! What does it mean? I'm a teacher in training and I'm in my practical part. Oh, okay, okay. Teacher. You're gonna be the teacher that confuses their students. The students will be like... The students are gonna be like that one teacher that slapped you thinking you were her student. Still fresh out of high school. Wait, what are the requirements to go into teaching? I'm as old as them. No, you're gonna be that one teacher that confuses them. Just like that teacher that slapped you. The one that got shocked as soon as you started speaking in your very manly voice. Study for 4 years. Requirements, grades, and select tests during selection. Oh! That can relate to the memes? Nami, can you relate to the memes? Do you know the skibidi? Whatever that means. I still don't understand. I did find a commission thing of skibidi toilet. And right now we on practical, but we'll be back to campus. Oh, so you actually have to go to school and then you have the training and practical stuff at the same time. I'm as brain rotted as my students. Oh no. Even, have you seen Nami's hair? Bro, I'm so jealous. I'm still thinking about it. I'm so jealous. I wish one day I'll suddenly have an increase in number of hair follicles, just like what my mom what happened to my mom when she had me. But I'm not gonna get pregnant. My mom got pregnant with me, and then her hair went from thin to thick. One student tried to hit on me. First time meeting, thinking I'm a student. Oh, that's funny. Discipline teacher. Oh, yeah, even on my server in the IRL, Nami posts. Well, I think Nami's the only one that posts their face. And I will still remember that day where you laughed because Katie called you a she. And honestly, I would too. But at times, I might call you they, them, just for your own comfort. I'm only brave enough to send the good pictures. I don't have good pictures, man. Yeah, I see my ugly pics. It's fine. We always show the best part of ourselves. Yeah. Bro, I'm so jealous of your hair. Is it naturally wavy? I'm used to it. You can call me yours. No, honestly, do you actually have a preferred pronoun? What you're more comfortable with? What would you prefer the online people to call you? Naturally that way? Bro, I'm so jealous. Mine's stick straight. Even if you try to curl it, it'll go back to stick straight. Oh wait, even you didn't know about Nami's pickup lines? My preferred he him, but if you call me she her, I wouldn't mind. I understand the misunderstanding. Okay, I'm gonna call you he him now. Honestly, I think from the beginning, because of how you acted, and also your name, Nami sounds like a very female name. I actually thought you were female as well. But I will from now on use he him. Got it. I know a lot of males named Nami, really. For me, it was One Piece. With the pickups, yes. Pickup lines. Most handsome guy. Don't forget that Nami. Don't watch One Piece. Same. You like the new emotes? The 7 TV emotes for handsome? You like it? It's Strimbo. It's a Strimbo emote. Not even masculine, so I can't compete. It's okay. Do you like the Strimbo emote for handsome? I purposely named it handsome because of you, Heavy. I named it handsome and thought of you. Isn't that cool? Every second I miss your presence, which is like a flower spreading its fragrance in the garden. My heart misses you like a leaf that misses the rain. I think you misspelt the emote, but have a lovely day, have fun, get well soon. One day, I'm gonna take allergy medications and see what happens when I do. And I'll update you guys, yeah. But yes, have good rest, have good sleep. Gonna get my allergy medication. Nami going to sleep because Nami has good sleep schedule like a normal person. I'm surprised you haven't got it checked out. Bro, I went to see a doctor and he rushed me to a point where I forgot what I was in there for. Don't do something stupid to your body, don't you dare die. I need my favorite YouTuber to keep me entertaining. Bro, I'm a YouTuber? I don't know what to do on YouTube, honestly. I'm a YouTuber. Isn't Brandy? Go to sleep, Nami. Go to eat. Bye. also that doctor was gaslighting me and was also judging me. So I asked my mum to find me another doctor in Sydney. When I go back, I'll go visit. A female doctor. That VT in your name will haunt us forever. One day I'm gonna change it, okay? One day it will change. You may fall from the sky, you may fall from the tree, but the best way to fall is in love with me. Oh! Aww. Smooth. I don't exactly want to name myself just Juno because that's kind of sad. The reason behind that idea is kind of sad. I don't really want to give myself a last name because people get confused and they won't know who I am. The reason why I named myself the Purple Juno on Blue Sky was because I know a lot of people mistake me for other Junas, even though when I named myself Juno, there wasn't any other Juno. So now I'm kind of salty. So I just call myself, oh yeah, I'm the purple one, you know, the one with the boobs. Because I also still remember how when I first kind of shown my design and when I first started streaming and I would appear in people's chat and they're like, oh yeah, the big boober lady. The boober lady. I'm just like, okay. So yeah, I feel like that's also one of the reasons why I want to change. I want to go through a redesign as well. Because honestly, some memories have not been great in this design. As nice as it is, some things have not been nice. If I remember my first time here was when you had the googly eyes on your Nokias. That was actually one of the first times I used the models. The model, and because I did that because I knew people would focus on the boobs, so I put googly eyes on it. Follow another Gina who is a VTuber, but between us you're my favorite. Who? I want to know them all. I want to know how they named themselves as well. Ooh, 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 ooh. So quite a bit later than I remembered. Yeah, KV came, no, not KV. Even came in during a raid, and he didn't really talk until a bit later. He came in during the DMC. When I first started DMC from Kuwu. Yeah, big boy. Big boy who I also learnt around that time that is also an alumni. Which is a big shock. Yeah, you lurked for a little bit. But yeah, alumni. Crazy. Small world. Really, small world. And then there was a period of time, I think I joined even something, because you know on Twitch dashboard, it shows, oh, people you may know, blah, 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 blah. Also, I was clicking through the recent follows or the recent chats people and I happened to click onto even, and it showed that he was live, and I went in, and he was burning himself. It was a hand cam, and you're burning yourself. That was kind of what that was my first one. But I think, yeah. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah, I remember the first stream I joined was you burning yourself. My setup was too dumb for that. I don't really have a setup for something like that. Scars will remind me now. Did you actually get scars from that? I just remember you burning yourself, but I didn't really think too much of that. I don't think I stayed that long. Minor one? Okay. You learned your lesson. Oh yeah, I unfollowed you a few times after as well. Just for funsies. That was kind of funny. I think it now, because of that, it says I've been following you since December. Hehe. Hehehehe. We'll never know how long it's really been. It would be from your... since that burning video. Not video, that VOD. Whenever that was. I think that was when I started following. Oh yeah, I need to learn Repo tomorrow because someone invited me to play on Wednesday. When was that? What month was it? Repo gaming? I'd never repoed gaming before. So I just need to go through some sort of tutorial to know what buttons to press and know what to expect. But yeah, I got excited because people rarely ask me to play with them, and even more rarely people don't really initiate the conversation or initiate the invitation or extend the invitation. A lot of the times I plan it and said this time, for the first time ever, I just told them my availabilities and they're like, okay, would this time work? And I'm just like, yep, done. And I only just got to know them. So I'm a little bit excited. When did I follow them? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I've been following them. Oh wait, they've been following me since February. Wait, yeah, they've been following me since February, so it probably was around that time. Early February. And I think I joined what, three, four streams? Was it? Yeah, it was early on during Elden Ring. The reason why I don't play Elden Ring as much as some people would like me to is because Elden Ring gives me anxiety. And if I were to play it a lot more frequently, it would make me dread streaming, like Resident Evil did. But yes, Resident Evil made me really dread streaming. Starting a petition? No. No. Don't make me. You know what? Let's make it a donation goal. No, I'm not gonna do it, but what if? What if I did make a donation goal? Would that be evil? Oh, Jenna would have done what? The donation goal? I only recently opened a donation thing. I'm not tired. I might go sleep. I got so used to not streaming last week. And my brain's not made for it. My brain's not ready. I'm gonna read into who should I read into? I'll read into Amy. Oh, Amy. Bye, YouTube.